Hello, I'm Dr. Stephen Myers, and today I want to congratulate all the graduates. And this happens to be 2026. And I especially want to congratulate my son, Joshua, for graduating earlier this year. So congratulations to everyone. And I just want to tell you about my graduation. I've been to a number of graduations, and it took me 8 years to graduate with a degree. Sometimes it was a school of hard knocks, but finally getting my degree, I started in 1972 and graduated in 1980, and that's a long story in itself there. But I finally graduated. That was one of the happiest days of my life. Graduating finally from college. And then my son graduating. He's in the upper right-hand corner, the little boy there. He graduated this past year. And then the little baby there, my daughter, she graduated as well earlier. And then my wonderful wife. And then I've been to a number of other schools, but of all these and all the graduations I've heard, there was one that stood out that I can remember of all the graduation speeches, and I want to share that with you. It's not going to be verbatim, but it's covering what he eloquently said in 1980. I'm going to need my glasses here to read this. He spoke on Joshua chapter 17, verses 14 through 18. And I'll read it here. And the children of Joseph spake unto Joshua, saying, Why hast thou given me but one lot, and one portion to inherit, seeing that I am a great people, for as much as the Lord hath blessed me hitherto? And Joshua answered them, If thou be a great people, then get thee up to the wood country, and cut down for thyself there in the land of the Perizzites and the giants, and if Mount Ephraim be too narrow for thee. And the children of Joseph said, The hill is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites that dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both they who are in Bashan and her towns, and they who are in the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spake unto the house of Joseph, even to Ephraim and to Manasseh, saying, Thou art a great people, and hast great power. Thou hast not have one lot only. But the mountain shall be thine, for all its wood, and thou shalt cut it down, and the outgoings of it shall be thine. For thou shalt drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots, and though they be strong. So here we have what he preached on, and I don't remember all of it, but we capture the essence of it. Joshua is passing the torch to a new generation. They conquered the land, and now they're distributing the land to the 12 tribes. And so now it's up to a new generation to take over. And verse 14, Ephraim and Manasseh are complaining. They have only one lot of land, and they are so large a group and so big a tribe, and we just have this little land here. And so they had high expectations that they would have a lot more. And the same thing when graduating, you may have high expectations, and somehow it doesn't happen the way you planned it. Then verse 15, He commands them, go up to the forest and clear the ground. So there's mountains to climb in life and forests to clear with hard work. Even if there are giants in the land, the Rephaim. Og, the king of Bashan, mentioned in Deuteronomy 3:11, he was one of the last of the giants. And it describes his bed was 13 feet long by 6 feet wide. And a lot of times we have to conquer giants in our life. And on the left here at the top, here are some of the hills and mountains that needed to climb up and cut down the trees so they can make the land so they could do farming and build houses. And so he's commanding them, go do it. Don't sit around. Get up out of your seat and start doing something with your degree. And it may be a lot of hard work. And it was a lot of hard work just to graduate. And you had to conquer a number of giants. And now there's even bigger giants in the land of opportunity and employment. And so that's the command. But then again, Ephraim and Manasseh come back with complaint number 2. In the valley, the Canaanites have iron chariots. They are far more advanced and stronger than we are. And you can see on the left, the bottom there's the valley of Jezreel that they're complaining about here. The Canaanites there with iron chariots. It's too much for them. They can't do it. And verse 17, he encourages, Joshua encourages them to go and conquer the land, to conquer the mountains in your life, and cut down the trees. It's not easy to cut down trees. Sometimes you have to do that in your life. And he says, you are a numerous group. You can work together. You may not be able to do it all yourself, but working together you can accomplish much more. And you can have great power in numbers, working together. And he encourages them, you can do it. And in verse 18, although there is a mountain to climb and a forest of problems, you can clear it and possess it to the farthest border. You can drive out the Canaanites that are in the valley, even though they have superior weapons, chariots of iron, and are very strong. Don't give up. Don't quit. You can do it. And that's the challenge to the new generation I want to leave to you, just as was left to me. To take up the challenge, to climb those mountains, to cross those valleys, and not quit. I want to read a poem that I like, Keep Going, by Edward Guest. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you just have to sigh, and when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggle has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late, the night slipped down. He was so close to that golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit, When things seems worse, that's when you mustn't quit. My closing thought is about Sir Winston Churchill. He went through World War II. And in the upper picture there you can see the cathedral that was bombed out. And all the terrible things that happened during World War II. And then finally, in 1945, there was victory. And he came to a graduating class to give an address to all the graduates, and it was a very short address. And he said, "Don't quit. Don't ever quit. Don't ever, ever quit." So I leave that challenge with you to the next generation, and congratulations all the graduates on such a hard work that you've put into your degrees. And thank you for watching.